All right. Yeah. So far, I think we've all taken the same teams.
Yeah, so far.
All right.
Yeah, I think so. If it wasn't for the Bucks being so hurt on offense right now, their defense is going to show out. I think, but
Yeah.
And the
it's just
Saints
the
really have
Saints
their
having their
number.
number at home, man. Yeah, seriously.
They just find a way to win. Too. Like last
Yeah,
week was another prime example. Like they should have lost that game. Really. I mean, not
oh,
starting
100%.
out, but after you saw how it started, and then they came back and somehow won it with a field goal. But so yeah, I'm picking the Saints for sure.
Yeah. All right, moving on here, we got the Carolina Panthers at the New York Giants. New York Giants coming off a huge win last week. I was actually impressed by how they played. And Carolina coming off a heartbreaker. Yeah, this is gonna be another good one.
Yes. So this is going to be a crazy statistic to lots of people. The New York Giants are first in defense and first in rushing
Well,
thus
let's.
far. Granted, it's one game,
I was
but
gonna say let's not
still.
forget it's off of one game,
But
but
still,
Um,
hey,
yeah.
I love to see Saquon have a day. I know as
oh,
NFC
Oh, me
East
too.
fans,
He
y'all probably
deserves
didn't
it,
enjoy
bro.
it, but yeah, I was happy to see that.
No, I like Saquon.
it was nice. Man. Well, I mean, they're 10th in total offense. So, I mean, Danny Dimes was doing something out there. I don't know
Yeah,
what because Tony didn't get anything.
I think Sterling Shepard was back.
Sterling Shepard did good. Yeah. Panthers with Baker 28th so far, but their defense is fifth right now. They've got a lot of good young corners, a really good defensive line. They're pretty similar in passing. 20th for the Panthers, 29th for the Giants. Rushing, however, the Panthers are 31st. They've got to figure out how to run McCaffrey more.
Which
They use him out of the backfield a lot, catching passes, but he's got
Yeah.
his start taking some handoffs too. I think they only ran him 10 times that whole game.
yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, I don't know who got the ball. Hubbard didn't get it any. I know that.
Yeah, they didn't run much. It's almost like they just wanted Baker to prove something.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
like, this is
and
why we
that
went and got
defensive
him.
line, the Browns got after that ass, bro. Every
Yeah,
every time I would see that game, he was under pressure at some point. So
yeah.
they've got to protect him too.
Yeah, let's see. FanDuel has them, the Panthers, plus 1.5. The over and under is 43.5 points. Matt, who are you taking in this one? We're going to let you go first.
I'm actually going to take the Panthers in this one. I think Danny Dimes is going to have some mistakes. So I think Saquon's going to play well. I think he's going to get a lot of yards, maybe a couple touchdowns. I feel like the Panthers are going to really stop their air attack. So they're going to have no choice but to run the ball. And I feel like Baker Mayfield's just going to outplay Daniel Jones just enough to win. I don't think they win by much, but I think the Panthers pull it off.
All right, yeah. What about you, Jake? I'll let you go next.
Yeah, I've got to take the Panthers here too. I kind of agree with Matthew there. I think they're gonna have to put Daniel Jones in some situations, and he's gonna show why he's Daniel Jones. At this point, he really didn't have a chance to last week because Saquon had such a good game. I think. But yeah, I just trust Carolina's defense more. And I think Baker, I mean, he's not a bad quarterback. I think he has a bounce back week. So yeah, I got the Panthers in this one. Outright win.
Man, I'm taking the Giants in this one. I don't know why. That's a gut. I got to test out which one's right, my gut or my head. My head says the Panthers. My gut says the Giants. I looked at this game and was like, "What? Really? The Giants? That's what you think? All right, but I'm gonna roll with you, gut. All right. Next we
Oh,
got.
good. All
I
right, next
know.
game. Yeah, we got New England Patriots at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh coming off a huge win against Cincinnati, and the Patriots. I don't know about the Patriots, man. They got pretty much blown out by the Dolphins last week. So
Yeah, that's
You want to talk about two teams that match up pretty evenly? Um, Offense, 26th for the Patriots, 27th for the Steelers. Defense, 26th for the Steelers, 22nd for the Passing, 23rd and 24th. Rushing, 23rd and 26th. So, I mean, these
too
teams are
close. Yeah.
damn near identical stat wise through week one. New England coming off a loss. Belichick hates losing. He definitely hates losing twice in a row. The Steelers are going to go as far as Mitch Trubisky takes them.
yeah,
So that's, I mean, you got to kind of take that for what it is. And him playing against the Belichick defense, I don't know. It's going to be a tough one.
Yeah, the Steelers, man, they should have lost last week, in my opinion. But even with all the turnovers and stuff that they had, the pick six from Minka, and they should have still lost. They don't have T.J. Watt this week. I don't, he's out, torn pec. But man, the Patriots, I don't know, dude. I feel like they're not it. You know what I mean? I don't know. So I'm gonna take the Steelers in this one. Still, Mike Tomlin's just as good a coach as okay. People are gonna freak out if I say that, so let me not say that. But he's up there with Belichick. He's up there with Belichick as the top head coach. You know what I mean? Dude's definitely a Hall of Fame head coach in my opinion. Mike Tomlin.
Oh yeah.
He's never had a losing season. You know that? In I think 12 years or something like that. 10 years, something like that.
Wow. Yeah, this is a tough one.
I'm going to roll with the Patriots. I think Belichick's going to figure something out. If he can figure something out on offense, they'll be good. It's just they have 18 defensive coaches. So, I mean, maybe somebody will come up with some plays for Mac Jones this week. Mac Jones I like Mac Jones more than Mitch Trubisky as a quarterback. So I feel like as long as they can get him some decent plays dialed up and get him some help in the running game, I think the Patriots can pull this one off.
Yeah, I'm also going to go with the Steelers here at home, man. I think with Najee Harris being fully healthy, I think Mitch Trubisky gets him over that bridge and barely gets them a win here. I think the defense is going to wreak havoc on Mac Jones, even without T.J. Watt.
Same.
And Mac Jones just looked terrible last week. He had terrible, reports during preseason. He's going to have to pick it up. But hopefully he'll do good this game. But I do think the Steelers win this one. All right, jumping into the next game, we got the Indianapolis Colts at the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Why is that so hard to say? I mean, even Indianapolis.
Indianapolis.
No, I feel you.
Bro, I noticed it. I was like, I did not say that right. Sorry, Colts fans.
Mm-hmm.
So Colts at the Jaguars, a division matchup. I don't know what the stat is, but I think the Jaguars have beat the Colts at home for the past 10 years or something like that.
Yeah, I
know
it's
kind of like the Saints, Tampa Bay.
Kept them out of the playoffs last year.
Yep.
That's so funny.
So, Matt Ryan, coming in swinging. They tied last week, I know, but Jonathan Taylor is still one of the top two, if not the best running back in the league. Offensively, Colts come out swinging. They're in third. You want to talk about consistency now, though. In all areas of the game, the Jaguars, dude, they are 14th in offense, defense, and rushing. So 14s across the board. Passing, they're 11th, so close. Passing, you got the Colts at third. Rushing, they're at 7th. So Matt Ryan come out slinging.
I would say on paper, it kind of looks like the Colts are the much better team.
Yeah.
Somehow they've got them both at 14. On defense, so I guess they're tied.
Yeah, which I was watching Pat McAfee earlier, and I think they have a lot of starters out. Michael Pittman's not playing, right? I think
he's questionable, but
Darius Leonard
Shaq Leonard's not playing.
Or Shaq Leonard, whatever he's going by these days.
And DeForest Buckner and Kenny Moore are questionable, I think.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who may or may not go. So. FanDuel has Jaguars plus 3.5. 44.5 is the over. Who you got in this one, Jacob?
I'm actually going to go with the Colts in this one. I think they end the streak here. I think they, even if Michael Pittman does play, he's probably going to be on a limited snap count, but I think they're going to rely on a lot on Jonathan Taylor at this point. And I just feel like, I don't know, man. I just feel like the Colts can pull this one out. So I don't really have any more reasoning than that.
Yeah, I hear you.
I don't know anything about these teams, really.
All right, let's see.
I'm also going with the Colts.
Damn.
For the simple fact that I don't trust the Jaguars to do anything. They're just, it doesn't matter what players they get, but generational QB talent they draft first overall, they just are not good ever. So.
But they got the one-hit wonder, Doug Peterson, at the helm. You know what I mean?
mean,
If
he's
anyone
already
could take
0-1, so
well, I'm just saying, if anybody could take a team that's not projected to go to the Super Bowl, you know what I mean?
Hey, I mean, I'm glad Trevor Lawrence
hey, you
finally
better
has somebody.
call Nick Foles.
um, yeah, Trevor Lawrence has got to do better.
Yeah.
He is not playing like the first overall
Yeah,
pick at all.
give me the Colts too. Damn, I hate that. I would love for this to be an opportunity to get one on y'all, but honestly, it always just bites me in the ass. So,
Yeah, it's tough.
all right, next we
All
got.
right, moving on to the next game, we got the Miami Dolphins at the Baltimore Ravens. It's going to be a hell of a game right here. Lamar Jackson played good last week. I know he played the Jets, but he played pretty good, and the Dolphins showed out last week. So,
yeah,
I'm ready
Tua
for this
showed, you get him some weapons. He can do some stuff. So.
Yeah, this is probably the
No,
game
really.
I'm gonna watch. This.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
You know what I
it's
mean?
it's going to be a fun game for sure.
Yeah.
They're pretty evenly matched across the board. Offensively, Dolphins are 22nd, Ravens are 25th. Defensively, Ravens are 30th, Dolphins are 20th. Passing 13th for the Dolphins, 19th for the Ravens. In rushing, Dolphins are 28th, while the Ravens are 30th. The Ravens have got to figure out their running game. They've got 18 running backs, and no one has taken charge of that backfield.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got to figure out who they got. Something got to do
And
quick.
that's what I don't like about the whole run by committee thing. Like, whenever you don't know who your guy is, everyone's doubting themselves and has no confidence, and can't get hot.
Run back by committee.
No, I don't like it. To
but
be
they
honest
don't.
with you.
Well, they still have to have their roles. Is the thing. This guy's our pass catching back. This guy's our power back. They don't even have that. It's almost like they just randomly plug guys in on random drives, and it doesn't work.
I guess they want them to, not. Oh, hey, this guy's in. It's a pass play. This guy's in. It's a run play. But still, that's what I like. Having a solid back that can just come in. Like if you want to rotate people, fine, but do it per drive. You know what I mean? So, all right, FanDuel has, has the Dolphins as the underdogs here at 3.5 points. Over is 44.5. I don't know. This is a tough matchup for me.
Yeah, they're both good teams.
Yeah, Lamar slung it too. He slung the rock last week. He did not do a whole lot of running.
I guess I'll go first here. Give me the Baltimore Ravens, Lamar Jackson here, man. I think he's on a mission this year. I mean, he just seems locked in anytime I see him. And like you said, he aired the ball out last week, and I think he only had like 17-yard rushing. I think the Baltimore Ravens come out on top here. This is really going to be Tua's first test. I mean, they've only had one game, but it's going to be a real test for him playing at Baltimore against a good, high-powered offense. He's going to have to try to keep up with them.
I'm going to take the Dolphins in this one. Not that I am a firm believer in Tua, but Mike McDaniels, whatever that dude is, he intrigues me. I don't know why. And I like Miami's defense. I like the Ravens defense as well. I really don't have a real reason why I'm picking the Dolphins. I mean, you would, of course, want to go with the MVP, Lamar Jackson, but something just says go with the Dolphins here.
I'm also going with the Dolphins. I think they're going to shut down the Ravens' run game. Lamar will get a few runs, of course, but I also think they're going to slow his passing game down because they have a really good secondary. I was going to say,
they do have a better secondary than...
Yeah, they have one of the top secondaries in the league if you look at overall talent back there. And I think the Ravens are going to have a hard time with Hill. He's going to take the top off of him, and if they're watching him, Waddle's going to be wide open a couple times.
He was. So. I think they both had really, good games last week. So
I don't know. I feel like the Dolphins are going to show out. I feel like they're one of the sleeper teams this year. They can make a pretty big run.
Alrighty.
All right, so we got the Atlanta Falcons at the LA Rams. Man, LA Rams looking for a bounce back week here. I'm just looking at the spread, dude. I did not realize it was this freaking big.
Yeah, you see that?
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Well, the numbers through week one are going to be a little misleading because the Rams, played Buffalo. It was a pretty hard matchup for week one. You are not going to believe these rankings. However, So defense and rushing, the Rams are 32nd, and they're 31st in offense.
Damn.
So they're dead last in the league right now.
No, I
Passing
can
for
believe it
25th,
after looking
so
at
it's
Matthew
pretty mean.
Stafford's fantasy points.
Which I don't know how, because we did pretty horrible ourselves. So I don't know how.
It's just week one, man. You can't take any of these.
Falcons, they lost, but defensively, they're coming in at second and seventh on offense, fifth in rushing, and 18th in passing. So, I mean, rankings after 1 week, you would look at it and say, oh, the Falcons are the much better team. But don't let that fool you. The Rams are going to bounce back, and I'm picking them. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought about doing the upset pick with this. There's no way I can go against
FanDuel has them at 9.5. So, yeah, the over 46.5. All right. Well, Matthew said his pick. He's definitely going Rams. Jacob's going Rams.
Yeah, I'm going Rams.
Yeah, Matthew Stafford did not look good last week. Cooper Kupp.
Granted, it was the Bills, but
I know it was the Bills, but what's his name? Freaking Tyler Higbee dropped like 18 passes.
He did.
Cam Akers did not get going at all. But yeah, you're right. It's the Bills. What am I thinking? Why am I trying to talk myself into this, dude? I'm freaking going Rams too.
Do it.
Yeah,
Do
I'm
it.
not going.
I was about to say, go ahead and take the Falcons, bro.
Yeah, no, I ain't doing it, bro.
Going to LA, Matthew Stafford gets pissed off. They're about to go off, bro. It's that shitty defense.
All right, who we got next?
Yeah, we got the Seattle Seahawks at the San Francisco 49ers. And I was watching Pat McAfee, and they said that it's going to be like a damn hurricane that day during this game. So, yeah, I know last week, poor 49ers off to a rough start with terrible conditions playing in.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, they ain't used to that.
Mm-mm.
I mean, they're
No,
pretty similar. I mean, Trey Lance didn't live up to the hype they've been playing him on.
I'm not going to judge him.
Yeah, I wouldn't judge him on
those conditions, bro.
Yeah, after one
because they've literally played in damn a literal hurricane that day.
Yeah. But to be fair, he didn't play good preseason either.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I mean, you spend 3 first-round picks on a guy, though. You're assuming he's something. So we'll see what he does the next couple of weeks. Seahawks coming in at 29th offensively. Geno Smith, he's just like that guy here. I mean, he bounced around the league a lot. Defensively, they're 29th also. Niners coming in at 8th defensively. They've got a really strong defense. Passing, 30th for the Niners, 27th for the Seahawks. Rushing, Seahawks at 25th, Niners at 8th. I mean, the Niners are going to come out, especially if the weather's that bad, they're going to come out and try to run the ball. They're going to try to move Trey Lance around some, get him running a little bit. I want to see. The Seahawks are going to have to play a little, what's the word? Not harder, but they're going to have to play a little rougher than they have been. Because the Niners play with a lot of toughness.
Yeah,
they just beat Denver though.
I was gonna say, but God was on their side. They're like Russell Wilson and all his clout. He will not freaking win this game.
Yeah, but, Russell Wilson looked terrible. No chemistry with the receivers. Once they pick it up, they're gonna be a good team, dude. Broncos, we'll get in that later. But
so FanDuel has San Francisco at 9.5 points. So they definitely believe they're gonna win. If the weather is bad again, I think it could go either way, but I'm riding with the San Francisco 49ers on this one.
Yeah, I'm going to go with them too, just because they're going to be ready for it. This already fits their game plan with them running the ball so much, so I feel like they'll just run the ball down Seattle's throat. I would definitely pick the under, and I would honestly pick the Seahawks if I was picking it against the spread, but San Francisco will win this game for sure.
This is my upset pick, boys.
After what you were just saying?
Well, I was saying they're going to have to run the ball. Well, their rookie running back is healthy this week.
That's
So
right. I did see that.
I think they're going to swap him out a lot with. I'm such a big
Rashad Penny.
with Penny. They're going to switch him and Penny out a lot. We're going to see what he can do. Yeah, this is going to be my upset pick. I'm going to go with Seattle for my upset.
Dang, he's taking the Bengals next game, bro.
Mm.
Not
Taking the
necessarily,
Bengals to beat the
but
Cowboys.
it just can't be my upset.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, they did put up
let's go ahead and
stats
lead into
from the
okay.
last. They put up stats. They said the last time Cooper Rush started, showed his stats. He was like 28 of 40 for 325 and 2 TDs, and it said against the Minnesota Vikings. So
Yeah, I don't remember
Sorry,
that. That
let's
didn't
lead
happen. I
into
don't remember
Cincinnati
that.
Bengals going to Jerry's World to play the Dallas Cowboys.
yeah.
Bounce back games for both teams. Both teams lost last week, so they can get back in the win column here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, stat wise, do we have to talk about stats?
Yes, we do. Yeah.
So on paper, you'd be like, "Oh, this is gonna be a blowout." Offensively, Cowboys are 30th, Bengals are 6th. Defensively, Bengals are 7th, while Cowboys are 27th.
Mm.
Passing, we're 28th, Bengals are 6th. Rushing, Bengals are at 12th. We're at 27th. We got behind pretty quick and just fell out of our plan. Zeke was getting 5.2 yards a carry, and then Kellen Moore just dropped his whole game plan and started throwing. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know why you do that whenever you have
5 yards a carry. It's
hurt receivers and you're getting 5 yards a carry. Like,
yeah, it's just
I didn't. How bad did y'all get down? I mean, at what point was you all like just out of it?
It wasn't that. I mean, they had like 3 field goals. It was like 9. And
Oh, in the first half? That's not.
Touchdown.
Yeah. And Zeke was getting 5.2 yards carried, but they didn't even score but 1 touchdown, and that was towards the end.
Yeah,
so I mean,
that's ridiculous.
I don't know why he did that.
If you're not down 14 points in the fourth quarter, why are you not running the ball?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
doesn't make any sense, dude. But here we
what
are.
happened to the defense? I thought the defense.
I mean, we were getting
stopped.
stops. We stopped them. We stopped them.
I mean, I guess y'all did. Yeah, they didn't. They didn't score a ton of points, on the goal line. For some reason,
our offense just couldn't.
27th in defense. That's weird.
I guess just because they scored 19, the offense couldn't stop him or couldn't score or get anything going. Though the defense was on the field literally 80% of the game. They were just so tired. But they got a lot of big stops.
Let's see here, FanDuel. Yeah, y'all are 7.5 underdogs at home. So the over is 41.5. Clearly, I'm taking the Bengals in this one.
Clearly. You don't remember what Rush did to y'all last year?
I do, and you shouldn't have. But also, let's not forget how bad our defense was. The Bengals, their defense is better than ours was. So
that is true. Not now.
No, well, I mean, I don't know. We only had one game.
You said that
I mean, the Packers only put up 7 or 10 or something. Yeah, 10 on us. So
they don't have a Jamar Chase.
That's true. I don't know.
We'll see.
I don't think we play them. We don't play the Bengals, so we'll never know. But not until the Super Bowl.
All right, let's go ahead and move on now. I'm going to take Cincinnati Bengals too, bro. I think.
Oh, come on.
I think that they come back strong, and I think they put up 30-something points against y'all at home.
30?
Yeah.
Damn. Joe Burrow can sling that thing. I hope he does.
They might beat us.
Fucking 200.
But I think it's going to just be because we can't score. Defensively, I think we're going to bounce back pretty big. We're going to get a few turnovers. Parsons already has 2 sacks. He's going to get a couple more. I don't think that Cincinnati's O-line is near as good
ain't great
as they were on the Bucs. So I'm expecting him to have a really big game. My head wants me to say Bengals because we're out. We don't have Dak. We don't have our receivers. But I'm giving them some good juju. I'm picking my boys. I think Cooper Rush is going to come out with a game plan. They're going to try to run the ball a lot more. I think we squeak by and beat them by 3 to 7 points, somewhere in there.
All right, next game.
All right, Houston Texans at the Denver Broncos. First home game for Broncos after coming off a tough loss in Seattle last week. Russell Wilson going to look the ball out. We're going to hear a lot of "Let's ride" in that Denver Broncos game.
Let's ride.
For real.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're going to have to start picking some upset picks here. We run that in games.
I got my eye on a couple.
Yeah, we got 3 more.
Yeah, Broncos are going to be looking to bounce back. I mean, offensively, they're 5th. Houston is 23rd. Defensively, Houston's actually a little bit better so far, 13th in defense versus 17th for the Broncos. Passing, I mean, obviously, it's Russell Wilson versus
David Mills.
David Mills, or Davis Mills. So 4th in passing for the Broncos, 17th for the Texans. Rushing, Texans are 24th. Denver is 17th. So, I mean, statistically, it could go either way. But I see Denver bouncing back and Russell Wilson having a big game. So I'm rolling with Denver on this one.
All right, I'm going to take the Texans in this one.
Ooh.
Yeah, I guess I'll take it as my upset. It's not the one
What's
I
the
wanted,
spread?
but it's they got Denver at 9.5. So, yeah. Now, I probably wouldn't take them against the spread, but I'm going to take the Texans in this one. I think they're going to run the ball a lot this week. I think they're just going to run them dead. So
I got to go with the Broncos too, man. I just see them bouncing back at home this week. Texas didn't look bad, though, against the Colts, so they do have a good shot at it, I think. Just Russell Wilson's going to have to figure it out with these receivers because he had multiple chances to put Seattle down last week, but he couldn't convert them. I mean, you get on literally in the 10-yard, underneath the 10-yard line, 5 or 6 times and can't convert.
Was Nathaniel Hackett calling the plays? I know he's the new head coach, but I can't remember if he's calling the plays. But I know he was like under fire after the game management situation they had. Yeah, I don't trust him as an offensive play caller just yet, and he doesn't. Like, apparently they had 4 tight ends play. Why do you got 4 tight ends on your 53-man roster on game day? Like, what the hell are you doing? And I guess all of them caught passes too. So that just tells me right there he's not trying to let Russell Wilson sling the rock. And I get it because they got Javonte Williams and them, so they're gonna run the ball. But I don't know. I just don't trust them that way. So that's why I picked the Houston Texans. But I thought I should elaborate a little bit more in there. All right, next game.
Arizona Cardinals at the Las Vegas Raiders, both coming off L's last week. I didn't really watch any of the Raiders games, so I don't know. I just know the Chargers pretty much blew them out, but I don't know how they looked. Though,
so no, they looked good. Really, I mean, on offense, they didn't look bad considering. I think Derek Carr was like the most pressured quarterback in the league last week, so he was under attack all the time. And still, I think Devontae Adams had like 100, over like 140 receiving yards and touchdown. They didn't play bad, so it was just the Chargers.
Yeah, they didn't do terrible. Passing, they're in 12th right now. Cardinals are in 26th. The spot where it gets a little tricky is defense. Cardinals are first right now in defense, 29th for the Raiders in total defense. Offensively, they're pretty even, 21st for the Raiders, 24th for the Cardinals. Rushing, Cardinals are 18th, Raiders are 29th. I mean, defensively, Arizona lost, but they didn't look terrible.
And that's what I don't get. How are they number one in defense when Patrick Mahomes put up 5 touchdowns and like that? I really don't understand that stat.
It's just Mahomes. It's like,
I guess.
Yeah,
they give you 2 touchdowns and 100 points when you're playing the Chiefs.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, you've got to have somewhat of a cushion when he's involved.
Yeah, I don't see how they're first. But anyways, continue. Oh, sorry. I guess you're doing there. All right. Let's see. So they got the Las Vegas Raiders underdogs in this one, 5.5 points. I mean, sorry, the Cardinals 5.5 points underdogs. So wait,
Yeah.
yeah, because I guess it's because they're playing the Raiders at home.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking the Raiders. I want the Raiders. Yeah, I like the Raiders. I'm kind of high on the Raiders. I was last season too. So especially now that they got Devontae Adams. So he was targeted 17 times last week. You believe that? Which
Oh,
that
man.
stat target. You know what I mean? It's not really like a. He could have threw it at his feet on a throwaway play, and it's considered a target. So I think he had though like 11 receptions. So somewhere in there.
Mm. Yeah, I'm going with the Raiders too, man. Easily, I think. I think they bounce back and get a win this week. I think the Cardinals are digging themselves in a deep hole right now because Kyler had to have not looked good last week and really watched
Nah,
too much of the game. But
he
yeah,
did.
I've got to
He
take the
looked
Raiders.
flustered. I'm going with the Raiders also. I think Carr and Adams are going to be good all season. I think they'll figure it out defensively. I feel like Kyler Murray's at the point now he's just trying too hard to prove to everybody something, and it's going to make him have a lot of mistakes.
Yeah. Well, he got paid. He got the bag already, so.
Yeah, for real.
Could be one
Okay,
of those
leading into our
scenarios.
Sunday night game. Last game of the Sundays. Let's see. We got the Chicago Bears at the Green Bay Packers. Green Bay opening up at Lambeau Field this week. Chicago coming off a big win though last week. So the spread is massive on this, and I don't understand.
I mean, it's everybody. It's just because of Aaron Rodgers. I mean,
Yeah.
he didn't play very good last week. He come out all this week trash talking his receivers. Talking about how they need to get it together, and he's not going to change how he plays. And they just need to work with him. It's like, dude, you got to be a better leader than that, and want to work with your guys, not just make them fit you. But I mean, they're pretty even across the board right now. Defense, passing, and rushing, they're 16th in the league, 19th in total offense. What they've got going for them this week, though, is the Bears are last in passing and last in total offense. So this may not be a very high-scoring game. Bears are 6th in total defense, and they're 19th in rushing. So this may come down to whoever gets the most rushing TDs.
Yeah, FanDuel has the spread at 9.5 points. So, yeah, of course, Green Bay's projected to win that game. The over is 41.5. You're right. I don't think they're going to score a ton on either side of the ball, or either team is going to score a lot. I'd like to pick the Bears here, but I think last week's game could have looked a lot better for the Packers. Like they dropped that wide open touchdown pass on the first play. We had a red zone stop, so it easily could have been closer game. The Bears, on the other hand, their game, the reason why they're so their rushing is going to be way better than it was last week, and I think they'll do better. I don't know. This could go either way though, in my opinion.
So I'm gonna go ahead and take this as my upset because I've honestly only because I've waited too long and I could not pick the Titans to beat Buffalo Monday night.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take the Chicago Bears here to beat the Packers. I think it's gonna be close. I think it's gonna be a close game. Sunday night on prime time. Seems like those games are always good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have already picked my upset.
Yeah.
But I'm picking the Bears still as just a regular pick anyway. I love to see strife in Green Bay, and I think it's going to continue this week. His receivers are going to say, "Oh yeah, you want to talk smack? Well, let's see how you do when we just f up royally." I mean, they're not going to want to play with him. So I think it's all going to blow up in Rodgers' face.
I hope so, but sadly, I am going to take Green Bay Packers here. Yeah, I think they get it together. I think they make things a little bit easier on them. I think the play calling's got to be fit for the young guys there. So, and I don't know why, man. They can run the ball good. I don't know why they don't run it more. They just believe Aaron Rodgers is MVP. We got to sling the rock, dude.
Yeah.
Run that thing first, second, and third down. You got the pretty good running backs back there, man.
They got two really good running backs.
But anyways, yeah, I think I'm taking Green Bay here. All right, next game. Or sorry, that's it for
All right, that wraps it up.
That's it for
Yeah,
the Sunday.
that's it for Sunday. All right.
Yep.
Sunday.
Hope y'all have a great weekend. Enjoy the games. Don't forget like, comment,
Subscribe.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
Or we'll
Later.
find you.
Oh Lord.